So game 2 against Hardened Scales. So against Hardened Scales, I go the full 3 Ghostly Prisons, 2 Mags of the Tabernacle routes because, with a deck where the creatures can get very big, um, it's Ghostly Prison is really, really good. And again, they will often, a lot of their combos come from having multiple creatures in play. So that's why, Tabernacle is amazing. Thinking about it now, the fact that they have Walking Ballista to kill with damage, that may bring into question the Ghostly Prison value, though, as you'll see, it, served a big usage here. So I think it's still obvious sideboard include. So yeah, I go the full 5 of those. I go the 2 Charmaws. They play a ton of colorless lands. Don't really have a way to remove it, so those 2 are obvious. I think I go down to 2 Reprieves. And I get rid of the bolts because of the whole modular stuff. And then I think I cut maybe a Tithe and a Thoughts of Ruin. But yeah, I think the last cut was a tough one here. And I bought in March because Urza Saga and mainly, but yeah, it hits a ton of other stuff too. But it is a blowout against Urza Saga. So yeah, pretty much want to save this for Urza Saga because we know they're going to draw that eventually, and it's land destruction for that. So yeah, Urza Saga, cast it before the trigger, before they can even use the mana. And yeah, at that point we just have a massive tempo pressure their lands, and yeah, we're in a pretty good spot at this point. Yeah, go with the prison, just land that while we can. We let that go because it's not a Walking Ballista and it has to rely on attacking, so it's not really a threat to us. We can counter the next, Arcbound Ravager or Walking Ballista if it comes. Yeah, so we tied the Ancient Stirrings because, at the very least they're going to get a land out of that. So again, you got to thin our deck. We do it on that just to get rid of the green. That thing's getting big, but we don't really care. Yeah. So again, just hit their land. So I'm being stupid here because I was thinking Welding Jar, but they haven't played Welding Jar. And I was being stupid because I'd given them an opening to play another Welding Jar later. Yeah, and I was being I was overthinking. I'm do they have Tamayo safekeeping? But it was they don't even have green. So, but clearly I didn't think about that. So I just held up Vindicate for no reason whatsoever. I guess it turned out okay because I was able to use that, actually make use of the Obsidian Charma Land Destroy. But yeah, at this point it was over. So yeah, they weren't. Yeah. This is the classic Liborn Taxus lockout victory. So yeah. Yeah, playing to the bitter end, but yeah. So yeah, again, this is a case where, well, prison was critical. With our focus more on spot removal, a lot of times prison isn't as central because a lot of times if our land destruction is working, we can only get them to have 1 or 2 creatures in play anyways. But, well, actually, no, in this case, it was needed because, it's definitely needed. And I think that's why we play Ghostly Prison, because if we destroyed this, they would have had 6 tokens. So yeah, so that is why Ghostly Prison is very good, because they have modular and creatures that, basically don't care if you're destroying them. So yeah, Ghostly Prison saved the day, and yeah, we were, you know, able to have just, enough land pressure. We didn't need to have that much land pressure, but we had enough, more than enough to lock them out from there. So yeah, pretty clean, easy win.